doing some stuff for my foundation, and then starting a new business that we just launched in Portland, and we're launching here in Kansas soon. So.
What is your, I guess, what's the gist of your foundation?
The foundation, we just provide access to opportunity for kids to play sports. And so any way possible, if that's fees, equipment, whatever they need, we provide that. And so we've been teaming up with a lot of different people. I'm doing the Over the Edge thing with the Boys and Girls Club coming up to raise some money, and we'll start a Sports for Life fund through the Boys and Girls Club that will provide scholarships for those kids.
Why is that specifically something that's important to you?
It's important to me because growing up, I personally needed a lot of help with funds and equipment and stuff. And so I just know that I was fortunate to have that support, but there's some kids out there that don't and can't participate. And so we wanted to really make sure that nobody gets left out.
What was the process like for getting it started?
A few years ago, I had the opportunity to kind of get this thing going, and we had a ton of support. I personally was going to kind of get going on it after I was done playing, but with the support that we had, we decided to go ahead and just launch it, get it going, and it's been great. So.
When is the Over the Edge?
Over the Edge is June 1st, and so currently we're raising money. We have a goal of $10,000. I am not really fond of going over the edge of a building, especially at my size. Not quite sure how it'll go, but if we can get that goal, I would be more than happy to. And so myself and a team of people will be going down over that building. So.
You scared of heights?
I am, yes. Well, what I'm more scared of is the fact that there's not very many people who are my size and weight doing this, and so I just always want to make sure everything's secure and safe before I go ahead and go over the edge of a building.
Can you do anything like that?
I have not. And with my playing career, I've been pretty safe with my body, but if it's something that is going towards a good cause, I think I'll do it.
Aside from the foundation, you're also doing this insurance thing. What is that all about?
So we started this platform called Seeker, and what it is it's kind of a matchmaking service for finding insurance. And so my father's been in insurance for 15 years now, and we saw that there was a flaw in the process. You can't get quotes from the top insurance companies such as State Farm, Allstate, and stuff without either sacrificing the information or calling each one individually. So we created a two-sided platform where we go around to each city we launch in. We sign up the agents, similar like Uber does with their drivers, and then we connect them with consumers. And we're able to do so in a manner that keeps your information private, and we can get you those quotes back in a timely manner. So.
Obviously, you have ties to the area. Why was this the right place for you to open up the second part of your
and that's the main reason. I mean, we wanted to do a major test run. We're going into our first round of funding and investments before we go nationwide. And when we were looking at what to do with it, originally it was Portland, but as I became a bigger part with my time and stuff of this, I figured Kansas was obviously a great place to come to. I was already out here so much with the foundation that I knew I would get the support and be able to really get some stress on the site and be able to get the analytics we need to take this nationwide.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from the kids that are getting scholarships from the foundation?
It's been great. I mean, we've provided scholarships for over 100 kids. It continues to grow, and they've really been able to take a lot from it. It's all kinds of sports. We had a kid do archery, it's dance, track, basketball, everything. And we've really seen improvement in the classroom and also just in life. We recently teamed up with a kid named Jordan Ott, who put on a suicide awareness walk at the Boys and Girls Club. And hearing his story about the way sports has been an outlet for him really brought a lot of attention to me of what it does for these kids who can have an outlet and have a getaway and really kind of get away from their problems for a little bit. And if we can help with that and then also help provide a future, then that's awesome.
You officially done with playing days?
I'm not done. What this has done is really given me a chance to These last few months, I know last year I had an injury in Tokyo, came back and was healing up on that. Ended up kind of, the process didn't go as smooth as I would have liked, and so I ended up going back overseas. And with this break, it gives me even more time to finish healing up, and with this other avenue of business and stuff that I'm getting into, I'm able to really focus on what I want to do with basketball, and that's play at the highest level. And I'm able to put all my attention towards that. And it's similar to like my decision to come to Kansas. I came here over other schools that were guaranteeing a lot more because I knew it was going to be a challenge, and whether it worked out or not, I was at the place I wanted to be. And same thing now. It's just I'm going to pursue the NBA, whatever route that is. And you know, if it works out, then great. And if it doesn't, then I got other things to do too. So I'm excited about it. And you know, probably in these coming months, I'll be able to really focus on that and make sure that this time around I'm doing my rehab right and available for these teams this summer.
Are you signed to a team?
Not currently. No, not currently. The last place I was at was over in Europe, and right now I'm not signed to a team.
You don't seem like the kind of guy that gets a culture shock very often, going from Japan to Europe back here. I guess, what has that whole experience been like, just traveling the world and
you know, it's been fun. It's been definitely a culture shock, especially in Russia. It was a lot different. You know, I've been so many different places, but it's been very eye-opening to me, and has really shown me what I'm looking for, especially basketball-wise. I mean, I love playing over there and the challenges and stuff, but there's been one thing that has always been, you know, on my mind, and that's, you know, playing at the highest of high levels here in the States. And so being able to pursue that is great, and kind of a weight off my shoulders, knowing that I can take some risks and still have, you know, a lot of backups in life outside of it. So.
I know you had a chance to come back here during the most recent season. How often did you get a chance to watch the team, and I guess what were your thoughts on the season?
I got to watch them quite a bit, especially with being back here and being able to, you know, check out the game in person. And it was tough. It reminded me a lot of my freshman year playing. That was a year where we had a talented team with, you know, Joel and Andrew and Tarek and all of them. But it was tough because we went through lots of ups and downs, and there wasn't a group of guys who had been there before to really, you know, pull us along. And this year, you know, there's a lot of guys that tried to be that, but it takes a lot when you're at a program like this. And you know, they did what they could, and it was still fun to watch. I mean, we get spoiled, you know, as fans, you know, wanting a ton, but they still had a pretty successful season, and it was tough seeing us, you know, in the streak, and obviously seeing it go to a team like K-State, but you know, it was bound to happen at some point.
I guess, what would your message be to the guys that are coming back about, you know, not having that streak kind of thing hang over them?
Well, learn from it. That's the one thing that we did, you know, after my freshman, and then especially after my sophomore year. Guys like myself, Frank, Devontae, all those people that were around, we learned from it because we knew exactly what to do, what not to do, and we were able to bring those new guys in on it. And there's a group of young kids that were a part of this that got a ton of experience, which ends up being good for them, even though it was in a year that was, you know, up and down. They got what they needed and can really apply that. So just embrace it all, and then have fun this next year, because it's all on them. So.
There were some famous social media videos of Devontae watching games and kind of going crazy. I just wondered if is that the same way amongst all former players when you guys are watching?
It is, and it's pretty funny because as you get done playing, your emotions are even sometimes higher, and like you're stressing. You know, being nervous for games and stuff is way different as a fan than it is as a player. You know, I'd be out there in the Oklahoma triple overtime or West Virginia game or something, not really be realizing just how nervous people watching the game probably was, until now I'm on the other side. And it is like that for all of us, you know, especially because, you know, we feel a strong connection being here for 4 or 5 years. You know, you grow a certain love for the program. You just want it to be successful, and you feel some pride in it. When I go talk to, friends or brag about, Kansas. I want the team to be doing well. So it is different from watching from that perspective. So.
Where are you going to work out for the NBA the next
Yeah.
few months?
My plan is to right now I'll be in Portland in the initial stages because of the secret stuff going on. But from there, I'll probably head down to LA where most of my trainers and stuff are to really put a lot of focus onto that and get prepared with my body and mentally and all that stuff.